All right, so this is episode 9 of the Down the Irons podcast. I am joined, as always, by my co host RaNDiM. What's up?
Yo.
And our guest today is Icarus Prime. Did you play formally or informally for any other teams besides
No,
Apex?
not really. No, I just played casually. I just happened to be like back in the day. Like there was a couple people that was on my friends list that I think eventually moved on to
Mm-hmm.
play competitively. I think one of them is I'm not sure if you guys remember. I think back in the day I had someone like a good friend of mine which I played a lot back in the day. It was AZBZ1997.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he
Yes.
eventually moved on to Uncharted 3, where he was most known as
Ajax, right? Ajax 42.
Ajax, Ajax
Yeah.
42 to play with Art. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's
yeah, and I think back then I was playing with him along guys with like Joey Sachs 97, Geppetto, Joe, and all that. So it was just it was just by mere chance,
yeah.
coincidence, really.
Mm-hmm.
That yeah,
What's
Gotcha.
funny is that I was in that clan. I was
yeah,
in the clan with AZBZ and Joe and all them, and
yeah.
we played against Thugs in a tournament, and Thugs fucking kicked our ass. It was all Thugs. He hard carried. Totally
Mm-hmm.
wasn't with any other
Yeah.
crack motherfuckers.
True. True.
But yeah, small
I
world,
also
small world.
played, yeah, just through association. I also played with like guys like Raid as well. He was
Yeah,
also in
Mm-hmm.
art. Yeah, yeah.
Wave was a good
He,
team.
he
I
he's
remember that guy.
yeah. I think yeah, he started out as more like not really like competitive, more like semi-casual, and then he moved on to be like a competitive
Yeah, yeah.
Uncharted 3 player.
Did he move accounts too, or was he always on raid?
I think he was always on Raid.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Gotcha.
yeah. Small world.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was curious because I knew about you just kind of, I'm pretty sure through Joe, because like me and
Yeah.
Joe fucking hated each other at first, but a-
Oh
after a
yeah.
while after a while we became good buddies and played
Yeah.
teamed on UT for a
Yeah. I
while.
think. Yeah, I think back then when I was like really young, like I kind of wanted to like to be like a clan as well. So I think back then I was like asking Joe, I really wanted to like join his clan because I think
Hmm.
he made a clan back then called like Z or something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's the clan I was
yeah,
in.
and
That was my first com clan.
oh really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow, that is actually crazy.
Yes,
So
sir. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, Icarus Prime, our episode 9 guest here. Semi competitive, semi casual, but yeah, you were around very early on, and I know you have like matches where you played with some like the Get Positive people and whatever. But I think like nowadays we especially keep in touch because I think besides random you're like the only other motherfucker who like knows anything about or I guess Bosna, but like who knows anything about 2010 2011 Uncharted, really, like the early
Yeah.
days, not quite as far back as game battles, but you know.
We are definitely a dying breed.
I think Sal A would probably know. Or like
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's
No,
true,
that's
that's
true.
true.
That's true. Forgot
Yeah,
about
there are a
him.
few,
And
and
Freddie,
obviously
Freddie's
Freddy,
around
yeah.
too, even though Freddie doesn't talk, but
That's
but still, it's very few of us, like only a handful of you. So
yeah, yeah, I have no idea how in 2025 I still like remember all this
yeah,
stuff, but
yeah.
mm-hmm.
it's just by sheer coincidence, like this kind of almost useless piece of like history I still have.
Yep,
There's there's
yep.
there's there's people out there that actually kind of like shares that kind of
Uh-huh.
connection, so it's actually like kind of fun to actually like talk about this sort of stuff in
Yeah.
2025.
Hell yeah.
It's
Very
like almost
niche thing.
like a mental museum sort of.
Facts, bro. Like, I feel the same way. It's like I'm still shocked at how much I do remember, but I also know
Yeah,
that there's so much that I used to know that I now forget.
yeah.
And
I,
like we'll be talking or somebody will say something and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that." And but back then I would like
oh,
I'd roll those facts off.
yeah, dude. I think like last few months, like as I got back to playing like Reloaded again, like I was like
Hmm.
slowly trying to remember all like the sort of like competitive drama or stuff like back in the day, and like, oh my god, I have like so many sorts of like things I could probably like talk about, like that I actually still remember that you might probably like only
Oh
if you were
yeah,
back
oh yeah.
then you would probably know recognize.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I look forward to hearing about all of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, those are like the sort of things I'll probably never like talk about with anyone besides this specific like moment. Like
Yeah,
never
yeah,
like,
yeah.
which is kind of funny.
Hell
The
yeah.
the tea, the gossip, the drama.
That's it. That's the title, episode 9, Mental Museum.
Yo, looky, it's
That
got a
shit's
gas.
fire.
It's got a fire.
Yeah. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
steal that. I'm gonna have to steal that. But yeah, before we get into a kind of topic, um, I will just shout out. I guess a few things. I said I'm gonna do this every episode. I'm sticking to it. Uncharted Reloaded is a thing. If you are not aware, I think. Ooh, Icarus. Do you know who Juno or Spartan King Kratos is?
Um, I think I remember Juno. I think I was. Am I thinking about the Juno like back in the day that was making like these Uncharted 2 commentary videos, or was that is that
I
who you're
think
referring
he. I
to?
think he did. Yeah. Yeah, he did do
Yeah.
some. Yes, sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
he commented on like a live stream recently, and he's like, "What the fuck is this live gameplay?" I didn't know. He had no idea that the reloaded
Hell
thing was
yeah.
happening. So he said he was gonna. He said, I think during the stream, he said he submitted to get like whitelisted or whatever. So we'll see if
Oh,
he
that's
actually
cool.
follows through on that. But yeah, Uncharted Reloaded, if you are not aware, it is the Uncharted 2 and 3 servers are kind of brought back and on PlayStation 3 and PC. And you can get access to that through the Discord link, which will be in the description. We pretty recently had a tournament, the official Uncharted 2 tournament 2025, and there's a bunch of videos and stuff that you can check out that I posted earlier. I don't know, over the last like few months. There's been tournament stuff. Um, so check that all out. We just recently did a watch party for round one of the Big Two Crew tournaments, and we are planning to do. I mean, by the time this drops, we might have already done the quarterfinals round two of that tournament, but we're planning to do all the rounds and to do, if we can, do all the tournaments, which actually have all their matches uploaded. Um, I think in the future, the grand finals, like watch party stuff, will be publicly available on YouTube, but round one and maybe, I forget what we decided. I think the early rounds are going to be a Patreon exclusive thing in the future. We wanted to do the first event like totally public, whatever, just to let people know that we are doing this thing. But again, it is a lot of extra time and scheduling stuff to set up. So, but yeah, the grand finals will all be on YouTube, and the full Big Two Crew 2011 tournament, their first tournament, is going to be up on YouTube. Um, what else? We are coming up on the December Christmas stuff. I'm planning to also do a big discount thing for the Patreon. There has always been a 50% off option for the like basic membership, which gets you a bunch of things, including like early access to the fully edited version of the podcast, and also like an exclusive audio only version, which comes out like way before the video, like at least a few days, sometimes like a week early. But I think for December, I'm gonna do an offer of like half off for every tier. So yeah, and I also might do some kind of like free membership giveaway thing. I haven't decided on all the details of that, but again, keep an eye out, and there will be announcements for all kinds of things that I'm posting and whatever's going on with the Patreon over on my ThuggzBunney events Discord, which the link will also be in the description. And yeah, there's new stuff going on the Patreon, like something that you can actually thank Icarus for was RaNDiM and I are planning to go through and like kind of round up a bunch of old screenshots from like OG games across all kinds of whatever people's Facebook pages where they post stuff or YouTube channels and try and archive and create like a whole little fucking library of of classic games and matches to just kind of get that all in one place because there are a bunch of people who have no idea like who are might be interested in this stuff but have no idea all the kind of small little YouTube channels of comp players back from 2010 2011 so it could be helpful to centralize a lot of that stuff and kind of consolidate all of that
Yeah,
and
that'd be
then
cool.
the very last thing is I'm planning to do if you're familiar, I know you guys are, but for anyone who's listening who's familiar with the old Naughty Dog websites where you could have like a card with like your stats and whatever like information for your Uncharted 2 stats. I'm planning to do like recreations of those, like updated whatever with all kinds of information. It could be like tournament stats for you as a player. It could be like accomplishments, achievements, and like a custom art design like background thing. In the video version of this, I'll put some kind of image of the kind of concept for what I'm thinking, and and so you'll just be able to see that there when the video is edited. But yeah, there's that, and again, there's more stuff going on Patreon, so I'm gonna keep shouting it out. Check it out. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for announcement stuff. So we will get into conversation here. We don't have a strict topic for today. RaNDiM and I were thinking it would be probably best to have it a little bit more conversational and free flowing and not commit ourselves to just talking about one thing for 2 hours or whatever. Um, so I think to start in the preview for the whole podcast, preview for episode 1, RaNDiM and I talked about how we kind of got into Uncharted, and we had Chris talk about his start in Uncharted when he was on for episode 4 or 5 or something. Um, so yeah, Icarus, if you wanna go ahead and we'll give you the stage if you want to talk about how you fucking started in this niche
Yeah,
community and
yeah,
your come up.
yeah. I was just like any other person that was like kind of like buying Uncharted 2, for the first time. Just like you played for the single player and then you kind of stayed for the multiplayer. And I was
Right.
kind of late on it, I would say. Well, for the old school times, I guess back then, because I think I joined around like September, October, November of 2010. So
Gotcha.
probably like a
Interesting.
year after it came out, and I was just like any other casual player. I mostly got mostly involved first with like the Naughty Dog forum community, like back in the day. That's when like literally all the I guess the casual players and like people that want to like talk about that sort of stuff like go to, because that was like really active at the time where Naughty Dog forums had like its own thing, and then
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
think I think by the time Uncharted 3 came out, I think it switched to like the Sony forums,
Mm-hmm.
which I wasn't really like a
Mm,
fan of. But yeah, prior to that, like I was just like any other casual that was like posting on like the Naughty Dog forums, and like around that time, that's when I discovered like kind of like the YouTube scene with like Uncharted 2, and
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, it was basically just because Uncharted was like is a niche community itself. It's like a pretty small one. It
for
wasn't really
sure.
that
For
hard
sure.
to get just discover like like the more competitive side of things. So
Mm-hmm.
I think like looking back now it is kind of weird that like a casual player like me would like have so much investment to like the competitive scene. But like I think in hindsight, I think the best way to describe it is like it's kind of like following like just like sports really, like
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
competition. It's basically like
Hmm.
like if you follow like basketball, like the NBA, you just follow like all the competitive teams and players. And I think it was kind of like no different for me back then. Like you kind of treated like these top clans and players as kind of like it's like a competitive team. It's kind of like following like a sport really. Just the idea
Absolutely.
of following the idea of like following competition, just be up to date, like what's going on like, around those times. And yeah, I think I was kind of like always fascinated with like both sides of like the casual and competitive scene, just how it crossed over and all that. So, and it's pretty unique with Uncharted, given how I think I think like a lot of Uncharted 2. I mean, you can clearly say that the it was kind of like an accident. It was kind of like an accidental masterpiece that Naughty
Yeah,
Dog struck. Like,
for
especially if
sure,
you look at
for
over
sure.
the years and the history with the track record in like making competitive games, where it was just by sheer accident that like the multiplayer became as competitively viable as it is. So
For sure.
Hmm.
Totally
yeah,
agree.
Yeah.
It's actually a really interesting comparison that you made. Like, I don't know why I never even thought of it like that. Like, it is like following a sport, you know? It's like,
yeah, it's like following Major League Baseball right now. You know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you think yeah, you feel like it's kind of like following like the prime of like Barry Bonds, for example, back in the day.
yeah.
Like it's that
Uh-huh.
sort of comparison. Yeah,
No,
Hmm.
I totally agree. I don't know why I never thought of it like that. It's like you're super passionate about this one thing, that being Uncharted. Like you want to know like who the best players are. You want to know who the best teams are, and you invest yourself in something you're passionate about. And I don't know why I
yeah,
never compared it to a sport in that regard. But yeah, it's that's spot on. It's spot on.
yeah. I kind of had
Hmm.
that perspective because I was never like an actual competitive player like you guys. I was mainly like an observer thing. I was always like following from the background, watching, and that's why I think the comparison with
Hmm.
sports watching, following is very much like a similar
Right.
thing mentally. It's just a lot of observing,
Yeah.
following, watching from the
Yeah.
sides. Yeah,
Honestly, that makes me feel a little better because, like, I always thought I was just this Uncharted geek and this Uncharted nerd,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
am. Don't get me wrong, but like in reality, it's no different than knowing a lot about a sport.
yeah.
It's
Like you
it's very
can, yeah,
similar.
yeah.
It's an
Back
e-sport,
then,
bro.
yeah, yeah. Back then, I thought it was kind of like almost like a like stalking or like creepy and obsession.
Right,
But
right. I
yeah,
mean, people do the same shit for fucking players. I mean, there's literally press and reporters and articles, and
Yeah.
so like like we ain't that bad.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
so
it's hard
funny.
to call it like stalking when, as we mentioned, like it's a small community
Yeah.
anyway. So you're gonna, it's
Yeah,
kind of
Yeah.
exactly. Everybody kind of knows everyone to begin with.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
That is something that I think is like super interesting. Like when I think back to when I started playing, because like since you mentioned, I'm pretty sure I started just a few months after you then, Icarus, because I believe I started playing in December of 2010 because I was on like
Oh,
a winter break from school, and I had known about Keeper playing the game like all the time, and so he was always on this game, and I heard like everything about every player and team and whatever the fuck. So yeah, it
damn.
was
So you,
yeah.
yeah, so you were like a few months late from getting the, the anniversary skin back in the day. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But the funny
That
like
was what? It was like 12 times cash or something? Something
Yeah.
crazy? Or I think
Yeah.
12 times was for like Hanukkah or some shit. And then maybe like the anniversary was like 10 or something crazy. I don't remember,
mhm.
but
And this is
that
like
was
when
like such a
the
time to be
lab,
alive, you know?
and this was like when the lab was still a thing, basically, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
I
the
remember the lab.
rotations. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
so much fun, man.
yeah.
Like
But it
literally, like players of today don't understand the joy of what double cash was. It's like it was
Oh,
like you
yeah.
guys know it was so hard to level up. Like fucking
No,
using these double negative boosters all the time. Sweating your balls off just for like a couple $100,000 when you need millions and millions. You need 14 million to level up after level 60.
it probably has like a negative connotation today because I think everyone remembers the dreaded no kill, the
Mhm.
chain reaction boosting.
Yeah, yeah. But
Mhm.
still, just even doing TDM, it's like it was such a joy. Like it was an amazing time. It's like I never like I already never wanted to stop playing, but when I was making like twice the money to get to level 80, I like you cannot pry my hands off that game, bro.
I think I never really had the incentive to like level up to level 80 because there wasn't much of a reward. It was just like an
You're
extra
right.
skin.
Yeah.
It kind of it wasn't
It,
like Call of Duty with like prestige and all that
yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
No, you're definitely right. I was just a dumb kid and thought, oh, the black badge with the three X's
The
looks so cool.
triple X, yeah.
Yeah, all level 80s are badass. All level 80s are super good. I'm gonna be that good. And when in reality that was not true. But that's what my, you know, 14-year-old self thought, whatever,
hmm
however the fuck old it was.
You know what's so
Yeah.
funny that you mentioned that and saying like level 80s are badass? I distinctly remember one of the first things that Keeper told me. He was like, if you see someone with the triple X badge, you know they suck ass because they only grind public matches.
Ah,
Oh,
that's so funny. That's so
He was
funny.
like, if you want to know if you're
I
running into a
mean,
comp player, it's not the level 80s. And again, this was like late 2010.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
when that was legitimately true before a
I
lot
mean,
of people.
honestly, yeah, that's spot on. I
Yeah.
didn't know that because I had no idea about comp at that time. I didn't find out about comp until like late 2011. But
hmm
yeah, no, that's definitely true. It's definitely true.
Yeah, it was very interesting. But yeah, it is very interesting because like thinking about that, it seems it's kind of crazy how just unavoidable some of the comp stuff was. Because I remember like if you go into even when the game was still pretty active for matchmaking in like early 2011, most games, unless you're like genuinely like level 10, 20, 30, or whatever, if you go into matchmaking, you're running into pro players, or at least, you know, some like legitimately competent like pub stomping team like WeUs or
Yeah.
yeah, like MPQ, or like really talented players in pro, because I knew about so many players early on, and so it
Uh-huh.
was crazy to go in. Like as soon as I reached like level 40 or higher, I started running into all types of people. I'm like, wait a minute, I know this player. Like I've heard this name.
Yeah.
So that's so yeah, I
I
think it
remember
makes.
playing you when you were like level 40.
Oh,
And
no
I
shit.
saw you with, you were with like these big ass fucking names, and I was like, who the
hmm
fuck is this guy? I thought you were an alt account. And I think I think either you added me, I added you something. And I was like, yo, what's your first account? And you were like, this is my first account. I was like, what? I was so confused. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go
no,
ahead.
that was pretty much it. I was just gonna say that like it makes sense that Icarus, even if you're a like casual player, if you pay attention to any of like the, again, like you said, the Naughty Dog forums or what's going on with competitive, like you're gonna run into these players, and you shoot enough friend requests around, and like people are gonna add you. Like sure, like fuck it, it's just
Yeah.
another player to start a lobby with or whatever. Especially when I would stay up like all night. So I remember there are people from like all other countries, or like there's only like a few other people online. If I send them a friend request, like yeah, they just want someone to party up with. So, so yeah, there wasn't like a huge barrier to entry as far as the crossover between casual and competitive. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
they were
true as
like,
long as you have
yeah,
the
like,
skill.
yeah, back then it was like a 40K, 40,000 like player base daily. It was like,
hmm
Yeah. I
yeah,
think its peak
it was even,
was only ever like 80 or something. But
yeah,
yeah,
that was
like
probably like
that was
3105.
like during the
Yeah.
anniversary event, I'm pretty sure.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but yeah,
yeah.
beyond that, it was like, yeah, 40 or 50, like you said, which is kind of crazy to think about now. Like, we only have like a couple hundred at most, uh, you know, or at
Yeah,
least whitelisted, not on at a single time, but it's like, damn,
yeah,
it would be
yeah.
amazing to have 40K again.
hmm Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, back then it was still crazy. Like, a solid when it was like 40K players, I would say like probably like around 5 to 10,000 of them were either comp players or like could be on
Yeah,
a comp team. Um,
right.
like there were so many people. It was like either you hopped on for fun and you're like a level 20, 30, whatever, or you're like Uncharted fucking lifer who's playing for
Yeah.
years and at least level 60 plus. There's not
hmm
a lot of people who are like hanging around like level 40, 50 and like played like once a month or whatever. It's very much either you're trying out the multiplayer or whatever, or you're hooked on it for like a few weeks or something, or you're playing it for years. But yeah, there's I guess two um, to go on, so yeah, you were a mostly a casual player and like active on the forums and just kind of keeping up with what was going on in the comp scene. And I don't know if this is directly like related to any of that, but you mentioned that you had like a funny story or something about hearing about me and random. So and you kind of left me
Uh,
hanging there.
not really. Well, maybe for Rand, but I think the first time I think the first time I came across you, I think this was back when you still had like your old videos. I think you were like uploading like a couple of like public matches of like Naruto Doom against some Get Positive members. I think if I
Sounds like
remember.
thugs.
Yeah, and I
Mm,
think this was back in the day. I think this was back in the day when you were playing on his Perfect Night old account.
uh-huh.
I would say, yeah,
Hmm.
because yeah, I think that's kind of like the first time I came across you because I think there was
Hmm.
like a public match of Naruto Doom on his Perfect Night account. I think it was like a flooded ruins match. I would say,
Yeah, I have that match
yeah.
saved on my computer still.
Oh yeah, and then there was also
I
like
think
that.
I put it in one of the episodes of the podcast. I think it might have been episode one, maybe. I forget. I don't know.
Really?
Anyway, go
Oh,
ahead.
might have to check that out. And there was also that.
Maybe.
And you also had that match with him and Alex at that village match. I think which
Yep.
Chris later uploaded as well. So
Yeah.
that was kind of like how I first kind of like came across you because yeah, when you were yeah when you were on Naruto's Perfect Nine old account,
Hmm.
and then I think with Random, I thought I only recently I like remembered, but I think the first time I came across you, it wasn't even in Uncharted 2. It was actually in Uncharted 3. I
Really?
think yeah, it might have been early 2012. So
Wow. Okay.
I'm not sure if you remember, but on your YouTube channel, you had this really old video of you and your you and your team, and you were playing on someone on like a different account, and you went up
Oh,
against
right in the Bioshock.
yeah, you went
Yeah.
Bioshock Party, and if you scroll down the comments, you can
Uh-huh.
see you mentioning my name because I'm not sure if you guys remember, but my YouTube account back in the day, it was called Juji. It was
Oh yeah.
JOOJY. That was
Uh-huh.
me back in
Uh-huh.
the day,
Oh
and I
shit.
think
Okay.
I was commenting on one of your videos because I think I record. I went up against you in in a public match, and I don't really remember that much. I think it might have been a close match. I think from your comments, you said it was like a close match and all that, and you
Okay.
mentioned my names. So I think that
Yeah.
might have been the first time I went up
Interesting.
against. Yeah. So
That's funny. I totally forgot that video existed, and like Ramos reminded me about it, like maybe like a couple weeks ago, and I watched it again. I was like, "Yo, this shit is crazy! Like, why the
yeah,
fuck did I do this?"
yeah. This was back when you were in your Van Halen DOA
Yeah.
account.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So this
Yep.
is when you were in with Art. And then I think years later, this is the funny story. You might either like deny this or like confirm deny this, but I
Okay.
think I think I think a couple years later, this was back when I was like playing Uncharted 2, maybe like 2013, 14, 15, around that period. I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't with you. I think I was playing. I was playing with someone and I was on the mic and I was speaking to him and he was like saying to me like ha, ha, you should have you ever like played with my son and he's like really good at this game and I feels like wait am I speaking to you like your dad or something like that like did your dad have like a PSN account back in the day?
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
funny
so
is that
it was
what's
him, right?
funny? Yeah, what's funny is that account that I was playing on against BioShock, that was his account.
Oh,
What the fuck? Wait,
Yeah,
oh
what?
my
yeah,
god,
yeah.
what?
His account was Lavila Strangiato, and he yeah, like anytime he would like run into like shit, he was terrible at the game. He was like straight trash, like total noob. But
Oh, so
anytime he
this
would,
route. So
yeah,
my
so
memory
I,
wasn't. Oh,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
you.
So anytime he would run into like shit talkers like BioShock or just any asshole that would start talking shit on the mic before the match, he'd be like, "Yo, man, come down here. I need you to play on my account. Kick this guy's ass." And I would run down the stairs.
That's so funny. I'm not gonna lie, I did that same shit with Keeper in some early games.
Yeah. And then the people that he'd be playing with like knew he was trash, and then just all of a sudden like he would do really good against this really stacked team, and they were like, "That was your son playing, wasn't it?" And he was like, "Yeah." That's so
Yes.
fucking funny.
Okay, so you confirmed that. So that's basically the first time I really got like a proper introduction, which is from your dad's account. And it was like saying that my son is like super good
That's
at this game.
kind of crazy because I had no idea that you met him or played with him. I had
Yeah,
no idea.
I still don't remember how on earth I played with him, but yeah, but I remember that though. So which is
Wow.
funny because he was saying like, my son's account name vandalized. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was your other account.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. And you said that was on Uncharted 2?
Yeah, that's on Uncharted 2, I'm
Huh.
pretty sure. But yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Wow.
so Vandalize was your other account before Random, I think.
Correct. Yeah, I went from
Yeah.
Van Halen DOA to Vandalize to Random. Yeah.
Yes. So that's
Mhm.
that's the first time I really got like a proper introduction
Wow.
with
That's crazy, man. I had no idea.
That's hilarious,
Uh,
dude.
I also didn't think I'd relive playing with my fucking dad all the way back in 2010, 2011. But yeah,
Yo,
here we
get
are.
him on Reloaded.
Hell no, bro. He was fucking trash back then. I don't even know if you can hold a controller. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
Boston can train him.
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. Let's get him an Odyssey. Oh my
Oh
god.
my, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Maybe Ares will take him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, why not? Yeah, he
That's
was actually the reason why I got into Uncharted. Like, he bought Uncharted 1, when that first came out in 2007. And like he and my mom would just like sit down and like we'd all watch him play. And then, Uncharted 2 came out and obviously I was super excited because I loved watching him play the first one. And then we found out it had a multiplayer and then we started playing that and all these years later I'm still fucking playing it. It's kind of crazy.
that's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like like everyone's origins of start playing like have to do with like family members. Like I think
Yeah.
recently you guys brought up this crazy story that one of the was it did you guys mention that Matista like was playing with his like wife or something like that?
Matthias
Oh,
Arisa,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
well, I think The Abyss is his brother, and
Mm,
yeah, Diane, or is it not brother?
Diane. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
Boston was saying that like a lot of the people in the clan were related or something.
Yes.
yeah,
And then yeah, Diane's his girlfriend.
yeah.
Damn, bro. If I could get my girlfriend to play Uncharted 2, holy fuck. She wouldn't be my girlfriend very long. I'd fucking put a ring on that. Anyway.
Oh my god. Girlfriend, if you're watching this.
Yeah.
Uh,
In center of the pod, hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
oh my god, that's so funny.
Wow, that still blows my mind, man. Can't believe that. I wonder if he remembers. He probably doesn't, but I should ask him.
hmm That's interesting. It's sorry, this just came to mind. I'm curious if there. I know there are some like other sibling like duos in the past, but like one that comes to mind, it's Skills and Jose King. They're brothers, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Skills mentioned that. That's a fucking crazy duo too. What was?
Yeah.
Am I remembering correctly? Was Young Dope and Dopest Flyboy they
Yeah.
related?
I think you're
I
right. I think you're right.
I I always thought they were the same person but different accounts until you told me they
hmm
weren't. So
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they're brothers. Yeah, I think that checks out. I think Yoladon, I think he also had a brother that played. Don't ask me what his account was because I don't remember.
hmm
But
Yeah.
Uncharted Wind, Uncharted Storm were brothers.
Oh, no kidding. I did
oh
not know that.
Keeper and ThuggzBunney were brothers. I don't know if you want to get
What?
that one.
Cap.
I
Sorry.
always
Yeah, there's a
confused
couple of them.
Keeper. I always confused Keeper with like someone else back in the day. I'm not sure you guys remember this name. Do you guys remember someone called Force Keeper back in the day?
Oh,
Kind of rings a
doesn't
bell.
it doesn't ring a bell for me.
I,
Okay.
it kind of rings a bell because I think like you, I thought they were the same person at one point or another. But
Mm,
beyond that, I couldn't say much else.
all right.
Interesting.
Sounds like Thugs' brother is a fanboy.
Yeah, true, true. I mean, pretty sure he was there from the beta or like first month of the game, so I don't know when
Nah, nah,
Force
nah,
Keeper
nah,
started.
nah, 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 nah. Excuses, excuses.
Yeah, 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 of course. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Since we were talking about since you mentioned random, I know I sent you a screenshot, but do you remember the first game where we ran into each other?
Me and you?
Yeah, I sent you a
Oh, was
screenshot
that
of
the Flooded Ruins game?
Flood Ruin
That
game.
wasn't the
Yeah,
first time, was it?
no, that was
Was that
I'm
the first time? What
well.
level were you in that match, do you know?
I think I was a 51 or something. It
'Cause I could have go ahead, go ahead.
to be fair,
You were
it
gonna say
could
something.
be. I suppose it is possible that we ran into each other, and I just didn't know. Like
Yeah,
maybe seeing you with a team was like, oh, okay, this is comp player. He's in
right.
the circle where
Because
I yeah yeah
I could have sworn the first match I ran into you was when you were level 40,
uh-huh.
40 something. But I like I don't know why I vividly remember the 40 badge, and I'm pretty sure it was on Plaza. And I
Hmm.
want to say you were playing with Die, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't know. But and I feel like that was pretty early on. I didn't know exactly who you were playing with, but I know you were playing with
What
relatively
year
big
was
names. And
this?
I was probably playing with Ares. I was probably playing with Ares D1, and I'm pretty sure he told
Hmm.
me he was like, "Yo, these guys are legit. Like they're about to fucking smoke us." Um, and that's when I saw level 40 on their team. And I was like, "Oh, that guy's a second account." Um, and then I quickly found out that you weren't. But I could
Yeah.
have sworn it was on Plaza. But yeah, I do remember the Flooded Ruins game. Uh, Very
Gotcha.
much. I remember fucking Army Life. I was playing with Army
Oh
Life,
my
yeah.
god, oh my god, I mean like that's a deep cut.
Army
Yeah,
wife.
fucking yeah. I remember back then I was so hyped because he asked me to join his clan, man. It was my first ever clan. It wasn't a comp clan. It was just like, just a clan to have a clan. It was called Pro Plus, and Blinky was in it. Biohazard was in it.
Oh shit.
A couple other people I don't remember. Chemical maybe, I don't know. But or was Chemical on your team in that match? Do you remember?
No, he was on your team.
He was on my team. Okay, then yeah, it was probably Chemical, yeah. And a couple other people. I
Sorry,
remember we ran into you and you fucking smoked us. What were you gonna say?
I'm pulling up the match right now to see if I
Oh,
can
okay, yeah.
get this fucking
And
the.
you fucking smoked us.
Well, I'm
And
pretty.
Blinky,
Yeah, yeah,
I
go,
think
go ahead.
Blinky got cooked. And Army Life was like bitching at him, like, "Oh, I need you to do better, Blinky. Look, come on, you held us back, some shit like that." Like, in hindsight, Blinky's like, was probably the best player on the team, especially at the time. And Army Life was the worst. And Army Life's the one talking shit, barking orders.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was your team was it was you, Army Life, Chem, Blinky, and Evolutions.
Oh yeah, I remember Evolutions. I forget who the fuck that dude was, but I
Damn, so
remember Evolutions. Yeah.
half of your half your party members are like Phoenix clan buddies because I think wasn't Blinky and Evolutions
Oh,
or Phoenix
I think
franchise,
Evolutions
right?
was. Yeah, I think you're right. I
Yeah.
don't I don't know about Blinky. I don't remember Blinky being in there. I'm not gonna say he wasn't, but I don't remember him being. But yeah, Evolutions I'm pretty sure definitely was. That's
Hmm,
probably where I remember that name a lot more from, to be honest.
Mm, yeah.
interesting. Sorry, yeah, Icarus.
And who's on your team?
For my team, it was Alex, Smosh, Freddy, and Tice. So,
Gee, that's pretty fair.
yeah,
Wow.
How many kills did I have?
you had the most on your team. You had 8 kills,
Let's
which is
go, fucking cooking, yeah. The goat.
yeah. Yeah, Ty Smack with 14. I remember. I'm pretty sure I went 2-2-2 that game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean, again, this was around the time when I was still. I mean,
Yeah,
Wait,
you're still pretty new.
so were you the Wheezy before Wheezy or something?
something like that. No, what I remember. I remember exactly what I was doing in this game was we had I think Smosh was on. This is flooded ruins, so we had you guys trapped inside of the dome. So we
Yeah.
had me on the. So if you're looking at the dome, like from outside, I was holding that like left building, like looking at the staircase on the
Yeah.
left,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
Smosh was on the other side looking at the right, and then we had Mac in the center dome, and then Alex and Freddy were watching each like pathway like under the stairs, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and Alex just like rattled off this like this fucking setup for us because like again, like when I was early on playing like him, Rocco, Farver, whatever, were always like giving me this shit, and I get to see this shit like 4128, and I knew you like at least I was aware of Chem, Blinky, and Army Life. Funny enough,
Yeah.
um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so I was like, okay, these are legit people. Like we have to lock the fuck in. Like
Yeah.
we should win this match. I'm not gonna fucking throw this for basically Team Pure. Or I guess
Yeah.
Smosh was UB. Or was he in both? I don't remember. Um, but yeah, so my shit was to just like hold that down and basically help whoever it was, Alex or Freddy, like shoot people if they tried to come in through like below the stairs
Yeah.
there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I've got a couple assists, couple kills, and then a couple times Alex died, and then someone came through, and we either traded or died. But yeah, it was basically, I remember my two deaths were just getting meleeed because someone slipped through, and then Tice fucking whipped around and fucked him up from the Deagle area, and that was it.
Yeah.
And
Dice popped off that match.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
Didn't
he
like
ended like 17-6 or something.
yeah, wasn't that scorecard wasn't that screenshot taken from like a Jay Birder video that he made a montage of Dice?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Funny
Oh,
story.
anyway.
I
Uh-huh.
made that video.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's how I had
Why
to
the
send
fuck
it.
would he upload it?
I don't
Why
know.
would he upload it, not
He
you?
literally like I had uploaded some videos for him, and he literally was like, because he knew I had all kinds of like videos and whatever playing with and
Yeah.
against Mac and
Uh-huh.
ones that he had sent me. So it's like, yo, can you make me a Mac montage? I'm like, well, I don't have
The
my like
fuck?
HD PVR shit, so it's just gonna be like some shitty ass like phone video thing. And he's like, the quality doesn't matter, just and I'm like, I'm just
What the
using like a
fuck?
Windows Movie Maker editor, so it's not gonna be like
Yeah.
a fancy edit. He's like, no, it's all cool, it's so cool. Just like give me all the Mac clips and like, can you make a montage like on my channel? I'm like, okay. So it's like the
All
worst
right.
video ever. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and unfortunately that's it's one where I lost that cinema file, that Flooded Ruins game. I'd saved it, never deleted it or anything, just lost the account.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
wah wah. But yeah. Okay, well then I'm curious, since a lot of our like finding out about the comp scene and keeping up to date was just through whatever we could get through old YouTube channels and whatever. Um, it was if you have any like favorites or like best YouTube channels that you can think of, like go tos for either classic matches, especially like where you were going in like 2010 2011 for like information, because I know.
Um, there wasn't like really much like actual like clan battles like
Hmm.
full gameplays, because most of the time it was mostly like uploaded out of spite or out of like like ego trash talk between clans.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to like back in the day wanted to go for like actual like proper HD gameplay or like edits, you probably go to like a like Triple Rex account, because he was really like
Hmm.
into like editing, actual editing back in the day. So you go with him. In terms of like consistent like clan battle, clan war like footage, like I think OMG back in the day they regularly uploaded a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
clan
Mm-hmm.
battles.
Hmm.
There was one I remembered. I think this was like probably like March, April 2011. This was back when Fab was like running that clan TC Tactical Campers, if you remember.
Yeah. Of
Hmm.
course.
Yeah, and I think OMG uploaded like a clan battle video facing against them, like a temple match. I recall it was like a 50-40 temple game. I think on the description they said they won 2-1, and then there was like a lot of beef. Obviously,
Yeah.
to no
That would start
surprise from the
everything.
others. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think think Fab was like saying that this wasn't like our best this was an actual lineup, because I think if I recall, they were like using like a couple of like UB members, and TC and UB had like a lot of beef back then at the time.
Yeah.
I remember like Fab was in that video. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Brad Baywood was
They
in that
would. Yeah, he
match.
was in TC,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. He was. I think in that video he was under that old account called like Paradise, if you
Yeah.
remember.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, and then yeah. So those sort of stuff, like that's kind of like another channel.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there wasn't actually much footage. I think a lot of my like memories of like finding out about clan battles was kind of what like Thugs did, was like you actually go to like the Naughty Dog website and look at the match histories and all that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so like
yeah. I forgot
yeah,
you could do that.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's so
because
cool.
so you look up specific players and like you can see a whole bunch of
Yeah,
stats and look at the match
check
history and
their
look at like
unluckies.
yeah, you look. That's how you check the unluckies, and like I can't like I don't have actually like any evidence because I can't like post screenshots from match history anymore. But I still remember like a lot of like Naughty Dog match history, like clan battle stuff, and all that, and all that to this day. Like there's some vague ones I don't remember, but there's ones that I still vividly remember. Like um, I remember like I think I told Fugs about this already, but I still remember like in the match history that there was like a get positive we us clan battle that was at Ford, and like the score was like 1-1.
Oh my god, that's insane. It
Yep.
wouldn't
Yeah, it was
surprise
like
me because
what?
it's sport, but
Yeah, it was like 1-1. And Triple didn't even play that match, I believe. It was like
what the
Die,
fuck?
Lock, I scored Bunny, Bio, and like basically Bunny. And then after that, they played a clan battle. After that, they played on Plaza, and that's when like Get Positive stopped, and it was like 26 to
Yeah.
8. And then after that, it was like
Wow.
the Temple, which is you see on YouTube.
Mhm.
I think, oh my god, like I can like pretty much like list out like a bunch of like match history stuff I can remember. Like I remember there was like I was looking at match histories of like Get Positive and UB. There was like a couple Plaza matches in Temple. Like I think they want. I'm pretty sure I remembered because I think Glory CC or like back in the day had a YouTube account, or it was
Yeah.
under that
Mhm.
or Underrated Beast YouTube account. They even like I think back when YouTube like on the profile that you can like actually have like a description you can put like a profile, and you can like see. I think I remember. I think at the time, I think like UB put Get Positive. It was like 0-4 at the time, and then
Oh yeah, I remember
yeah,
teams used
because
to do that. They put their records. Yeah.
yeah, records. Yeah, and yeah, like I can like go off my memory. Like it was like I think it was like 4-0, like Get Positive against UB. It was like Plaza. I think the lineup UB used was like Glory, CJ, Alfred, Smosh, and then I don't know the fifth member. It was either wasn't sure it
The
was Tice, man. It was either Tice or like Austin Snyder, but that was kind of like their
Okay.
lineup
Right.
back then.
yeah.
And yeah, so and then and that was kind of like well, I can like if you guys really want, I can like list out a bunch of more match history like memories I could put out. But that's kind of like the sort of stuff that I was doing back then because there wasn't actually that much footage,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. It's criminal. There's so little footage, especially if we get positive. We were talking about that in another episode.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like I can like there was like another example where I think when PWA had like a couple of clan battles where they beat Get Positive. I think there's one on Plaza that's on YouTube. There's also one on
Yep.
Trainwreck on YouTube.
Yep.
I was checking those match history back then. Now, their first match was actually on Temple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was actually a tied match. It was like 34-34. And I think I saw like the match history at the time. I think Triple Rec did really well in that match, and it was kind of funny because I think I remember. And I was just trying to remember. It was like Triple and Die did well. I think Bai went like 4-8 or something like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, he was pissed.
I think Naruto went like 6-8. I think his
Okay.
only positive game was the one where he did really well in Plaza, but he went
Yeah.
negative actually in the Trainwreck Temple games. So those are like the sort of like stuff that I actually remember back in the day. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah,
So
like, I'm shocked you remember all that. And the
yeah,
34 to the 34 checks out because just recently I found a YouTube comment of Favre saying that it was
yes,
the first
it was
game
a
was a
time.
tie 34 on Temple. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Memory
Yeah,
on point.
yeah. I mean, I also have memories of where like, you guys were talking about like matchmaking and went up against like competitive players getting like stomped. Like I actually like didn't know who these players at the time, and then I remember now like a few months later, now I knew, so I went back and checked my match history. Also remember like this was back when I was like a level 20 and 35. Like I got like pub stomp in Temple against like Mario Madness and like Naruto. And then
Yeah.
I also remember getting pub stomped by like Naruto's party, where he was like using the Zor school, and I think it was kind of funny. I actually remembered that because I got like an unlucky in that match, and then I think Naruto actually knew I was gonna get an unlucky, so as soon as I got killed by him and I got unlucky, he was literally like on his mic like talking trash like unlucky.
Just fucking
Wow,
counting your deaths.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, yeah. So
that's crazy.
those are like the sort of like stomping memories that I've had against these players back then. And I think I was also because I originally came from the forums. I was mostly like playing Pineapple forum members
Mhm.
and actually DM'd this to Freddie. I think through Tessa, if you remember, Fugs Shran
Yeah.
Tessa.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Hmm.
yeah. So I had her my friends list back in the day. I partied up with her occasionally, and one time I was pairing up with her. She then joined a party with Freddy,
Mhm.
so I ended up playing with like Freddy and Naruto like a couple public matches, and
Mhm.
I actually remember like a couple of games. It was like a village match, and like Naruto was just like trolling the shit out of like the other team, where he was using like the Gao, and it was like literally like corner camping right next to the RPG and killing people. Like, do you remember? You know in like the RPG village spot, like
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
yeah, and then you know how like right next to it there's like that small corner
Yeah.
that you could like can
Oh,
yeah. So
interesting.
I remember in that public match, Naruto somehow was like bringing that gal all the way to that corner, and it was like basically like head glitching people from like villains base with the gal through that.
Got to do this in a comp match now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that was kind of like one of those like weird things like weird like as like a casual back then. It was like just like a first hand experience of what like some of like the play styles like these competitive players were doing. It's like what the fuck is this? Like I had no idea what they were doing, and they were
Mhm.
just doing all these weird strategies and like tricks, and so that's kind of like
Yeah,
the sort of
so much
things.
innovation nowadays, or
Yeah.
like back then, so much.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever thought
Nowadays, it's
about
all
doing
pretty
something like that?
cookie cutter. Absolutely not. Never.
Using like using a gal like as
I
as a head glitching
I
Such a
into the
weird
RPG.
spot, like on the map. And it
yeah.
makes sense. Like
Yeah,
you put your back up to it, you can't really be shot in the back, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've
so that's
I
yeah.
was,
Go
Go
on.
ahead, though.
so I was just gonna say I've definitely gone into like lobbies, especially when there's no one on, and just go into a map and like run around and just try and like cook up ideas and whatever to bring to the table next time like my team is on. But like I would say like 9 out of 10 times it's just like straight cheeks. Like I can't come up with
He was in
anything.
fact not cooking.
No, I was, you know, yeah. It's usually like gimmicky shit that
Gotta
what.
bring back that 2010, 2011 brain, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I had one. There was the longest time when and well, I say longest time that it was like a week, but using Treasure Bearer with the Plunder Idol all this time, I was thinking, what if I on a fucking temple break put Treasure Bearer on and like run out grab the barbecue for a break on like
Oh god.
Hammer, you know, and then like they run
Oh my
right up to
god.
the hammer, you know, because it's a little bit stronger than
Yeah,
the
yeah,
grenade,
I
a
get what
little
you're
bit.
saying.
You don't
Yeah,
hear the barbecue beeping on its way through, so I'm like,
true, true.
so I thought it'd be funny, but the timing didn't work out. There's no way you could really do it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
crazy.
occasionally I come up with some weird stuff, but yeah, most of the time it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
I'll have to
that's
try
funny
that
though,
though.
man.
Maybe getting Hellblazer, taking GAU all the way up to top red, because everything's gonna
Oh
be
my
in front
god.
of you. You know, you have that like
Yeah,
lane to
yeah.
GAU.
I hope nobody comes behind you, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but Hellblazer
This
again,
is what
it's
we need
easy to
pubs
whip
for, man.
around.
We need to be able to test this shit out in pubs in a casual setting. It's
Yeah.
like, can never do this at COD.
Have you got? There was like a YouTube channel back in the day. Like I think it was like an old YouTube channel, and it was showing like all these like a bunch of like grenade tricks you could do.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
do you guys remember? Yeah.
Um.
Um.
Yes, I know what channel you're talking about. I could probably find it here
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
Funnily enough, that was actually the first time I might have heard of Alex actually, because I think in
Yeah.
one of the there was a temple video of a
Yes.
grenade trick, and I think that person actually credited Alex for finding that out. It was the one where in like in the RPG room, and it was
Yeah, from the grenade
yeah,
spot, by Deagle.
yeah, from the
Yeah.
yeah, next to the Daegu, and then you can like throw a grenade on the other side to catch like the cover and at top red. And I think the person shout out Alex is the one that kind of discovered that. So yeah, so that kind of like illustrates another point on like what these I guess like ahead of the time, like these competitive players would like find out all these like tricks and what's not.
Yeah. Yeah, the channel is 27 Skull, SCOLE, and yeah, it's the
Mm.
Grenade Magic series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of like old niche YouTube channels,
Oh
just
no.
recently I rediscovered, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but it was called like PS3 Glitchers or PSN Glitchers or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
where they would check like they would like show you how to do glitches on like a bunch of different games, but they had like like 100 videos on Uncharted 2, and like just rewatching
Mhm.
those videos, just like seeing some of the crazy things you used to be able to do and probably still can. It's like some of the ones that come to mind are like the sanctuary bell towers like out in the distance, like not even the ones that you can normally climb on, like all the way like on the edges of the map that you can't even get to. Like you can get on top of those.
Mhm.
You can get like all the way up in the rafters on facility, or like you can like on fort where you spawn in. There's like those balconies above your head. You can get back there. It's like so many crazy shit that you can do, and just rewatching that YouTube channel is just kind of mind blowing. So I
Mhm.
would recommend check it out.
That's fucking crazy. We do not condone glitching.
Not in a serious setting, but for fun when nobody's being
Oh,
means by it.
should I bring this up because I think Thugs knows because I messaged him about it.
Yeah.
Send it.
I still have I still have a cinema file from Uncharted 2. It was like a random custom, and I was up against you, and I think during your point of view near the end of the match, I think you were actually glitching.
Wait.
Probably. I want to see that. Show me.
Oh my god.
Do you
I
remember the
could have.
context? Do you remember who was
No,
in
I
it?
have no
Like,
idea. It was just hold on. Jeez,
what was
it's
it?
on my
Those
phone.
Yeah, I must say, was it those screenshots that you sent me of like Invictus and Choco and all them? Grim?
Yeah, I think it was Ace Slayer was in that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
If it was like anybody in like the Epic clan circle, then yeah, I was definitely probably just trolling them. So I fully believe
yeah,
I did that. I fully
yeah.
believe I
So
did that.
it was like Ace Slayer, like Rama, Neontronic was with you and all
Yeah, Will
that.
Sean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just trolling him. So yeah, I
yeah.
100% probably did that. I would like to see that though. It's probably funny as hell.
That's great.
I was a
Yeah.
pretty pro glitcher back then, you know.
Mm.
I was like always the guy that like anytime I would never do it first. I would never glitch first, but anytime somebody else would go in the glitch on the other team, like I knew exactly how to kill them, and then I would do it like, way better than they would, and I would piss
I,
their whole team off. That was so much fun.
I
Mhm.
kind of want to ask you guys, like, when do you think you were at your like peak in terms of like Uncharted 2 playing? Like, do you know, like
Ooh,
a specific year?
that's tough.
Uh,
Probably 2015 for me. I would probably say maybe 2019, but in 2019 I kind of like only I like only just got back into the game. I think I was only playing for like off and on and only for like a month or two
hmm,
when the nostalgia tournament happened. So I would probably say 2015 when I was grinding the game every single fucking day.
Hmm.
interesting. Yeah, for
So
me,
basically, like,
yeah, go ahead.
oh, this is back when you were on your random account. You would say you had your best, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Because I think I switched to random around the beginning of 2015, maybe the end of 2014. So yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
I
about
think
you, folks?
would say definitely 2013, and like in retrospect, it's like fucked up that I didn't play with like more serious teams. Or I guess we did. But like I'm pretty sure in the Uncharted 2 tournament 2013, we had like a rematch against G4S round one, and I'm pretty sure I did like really well in that series, and we like barely lost. But I'm like, holy shit! If 2013 Thugs played in 2012, like,
Right?
yeah. But then in these next tournaments, I didn't play in the Frag Nation one, but then the summer finale tournaments, um, we played against NE, which is like I think BSK players and like top players, if you remember those
Oh, okay.
guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh.
I can't remember if he was actually on the team, but like Maximus 70, um, I think Lauren Sid. There were a few other players, but
Lauren.
Yeah.
Oh, Lauren Sid. I remember that. I think he was
yeah,
actually part of. I think I must remember him from Uncharted 3. I think he was part of with SK, I believe.
hmm, yeah,
Yeah.
that might be true. I mean, I could, if you want to give me a sec, I could probably pull up the exact team, but we had like a crazy series. I'm pretty sure most people thought we were going to lose that match, but we had a yeah, I had a good series. Blinky like popped off in that series. You know, at that time I'd consider myself like as good or like better than all those players who were considered like top players at the time, like not like top tier, um but like a really solid team that I think a lot of people had going to semifinals at least. We beat them, and then round two, we got like very fortunate to play TDT round two. And not only that, Blinky couldn't make the match, so it's like, okay, our best
Oof.
player's out. We're playing fucking TDT, and yeah, MDB Pones was his substitute. And on top of, as if that wasn't like bad enough, best player out playing TDT round two, I was freezing like all
Oh
game long.
no.
So I'm pretty sure in game two it was way worse, where basically at the
Did you,
start of the game I was frozen for like the first 3 minutes, and I'm like, I'm sorry guys, like we fucking lost, like I can't. But what's crazy is that at the second half of that match we started to bring it back like a lot. Like I think we once I started playing we were going like toe to toe. We took map control on them on Plaza, and I think I got a streak in that game. Like so yeah, that was very like frustrating. But then I think in the Team Pro tournament, I did like a kind of for fun team, and we played 3S3, who are like a top team. Like again, not like top tier, but probably around the same like level as that any team where they're like definitely like you know a decent chance they're going to be in the semifinals and kind of an outside shot to even make finals. And I'm pretty sure I absolutely fucking crushed them on Trainwreck. I think I got like almost 20 kills in that game. And yeah, and then I basically was like only somewhat active for everything after that point. Like or 2014, 15, I played like maybe like once a week or something, maybe twice a week. And I like played with GSR, and we were cooking people with that team. But yeah, I have this pulled up here. The NE team was Matthias 1510, Assassin of Chaos, Lauren Sid, Gobi, and Pro Lord BR.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my team was me, Ice Cold, Blinky, MDB, and Benyu. So I guess MDB wasn't the substitute for Blinky. I forget who it was then. But anyway, that like whole year, I felt like I was kind of fucking smoking teams. That was also, I think, the year that me, Sinister, and Baltic did a 3v3 series versus Ox, and we like completely stomped them 3-0. And I that was like probably like the best series of my life. Basically, like I was pub stomping Ox. To the point where like game 3 Village, I'm pretty sure I was just fucking around with Turtle and the Shield and got a streak on them.
Was this also the period you were like playing those like OMG customs? I think you mentioned
Yep.
it before.
Yep, that was early
Yeah.
2013 when we beat OMG too.
Yeah. So this was around your like prime period. For me, I think I was always a casual, so I was always like a casual, mediocre, average player when I was back when it was like the active days, like 2010, 11. Like I was always like average. I only really got like a sense of what I guess like an ideal strategy route was like towards the end of like the Uncharted 2, like right before Uncharted, I would say like 3 came out, and I think ironically during the period when Uncharted 3 was active, like I was mostly like an Uncharted 3 player at that point, like from 2012 2013. But occasionally I went back to Uncharted 2. Ironically, I actually feel like I was probably at my best post 2011. I would say, because I kind of like got a sense of like, like I was basically like kind of like taking a lot of strats, copying a lot like play style what a lot of top players were doing. So I think I was probably at my best like around. I think like the period when I started piling up with like RaNDiM. Honestly, I think during the day when I was like piling up with you. Yeah, maybe when I was like piling up with like you and Invictus and all that. Like maybe like around the period when you still had those, that screenshot when we were like up against this like full party and we won in Trainwreck where we kept like nading ourselves to death.
Oh
Like,
yeah. That was against Balloom. That was against Balloom and Nan and Caleb.
Oh yeah, I had no idea who those players were back then. So
yeah.
I just stuck. Yeah, so
I don't think I
think
did either, to tell you the truth. Like I knew that they were like I didn't know exactly who they were. I didn't know what team they played for, but I just knew that they were good and like involved in comp. But yeah, I didn't know like exactly who I was playing against. But yeah, I remember that. I was on Vandalize for that, wasn't I?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. Pretty sure that was like early on. That was like 2013, early 2014.
Yeah, I think like during like 2014, 2015. Oh, geez, I think I was at my best. I would say probably because I was actually piling up with some like I guess some like real like infamous players at that point. Like I actually like party up and like played with like Fab on this Clone Shooter account around that point as well.
So did I.
Yeah. I was also playing with like guys like I'm not sure if you remember. It was an old account. Do you guys remember like the Jin 666? I think that might have been like. I think that might have been like by.
I was super cool with that dude.
Yeah, was that like? I think he was playing up with like guys like Rocco and all that.
Yeah, that was Rocco's best friend. His original account was BioZoc. Which there's a scorecard that will eventually go in the files that of it was like a UB mix kind of. It was like Freddie, Rocco, BioZoc, and 2 other people. Maybe. Yeah, they beat Get Positive, I think, on Temple.
Yeah, I have that. I actually have that screenshot as well. So I was playing up with like them guys. I was playing up with like another player, probably someone that's probably infamous. You probably know him. Do you guys know someone called like Citronga as well?
Yeah.
I know the name.
He played with Birder. Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing up with him a lot back in the day. So it was just around that period I would probably say I was like, I guess that was probably like the best I've ever played. But,
okay, gotcha. Yeah, I definitely remember playing with you a lot, and you were always good. So
was I using a mic back then?
I think so. Maybe. I feel like I remember talking to you. Like this definitely is not the first time I've heard your voice. So I
Uh,
think you were. Yeah, I think
yeah,
you were.
I mean, come on, Rand. I was never good. Like I was like average at
Nah,
best.
no, like you held your own. Like there were some players where like I would be worried about them if I ran into a tryhard party, but like I don't think I was ever worried about you. So
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so those were like around that period where I still had those cinema files where I was like,
like on my team, I mean, to
yeah,
clarify that.
yeah, yes, yeah. So I think that late 2015 period was I was like playing all those like random customs occasionally. I
Yeah.
think the
Uh-huh.
only other time I was like playing customs like that was I actually remember playing like a custom in 2011, like August, September, with like guys like Die, Lock On,
Oh
Hmm.
wow.
Random 15, Bad to the Bone. I mean, I didn't do.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do well, of course, in like most of them, but I didn't go like super negative in all of them. I did.
Right.
I did
Hmm.
bet. Yeah. So I think around that, yeah, that was kind of like probably my first time I actually played like a custom with like all these like
Yeah.
competitive top guys. It was actually kind of crazy. Basically, I was like playing with those two players. I think the
Hmm.
people that stood out to me around that time was like Lock On and Random. I would say that's kind of what I remembered.
Gotcha. Hell yeah.
But yeah,
That's
yeah, I think
actually
I was with like
good.
Glory, Bad to the Bone. I think I might have like it's just like a random custom with like a bunch of these players. So that
Yeah.
was kind of like the first time I was like playing customs like with those players.
Hmm.
That's
But yeah,
awesome.
that's
Do you remember your first ever like serious custom thugs?
Um, I mean, first ever serious custom. I'm pretty sure my first ever was I mentioned it briefly in another episode where we ran into Monster in a public game, and pretty sure just unprovoked well, I mean, mostly Rocco was just shit talking him. um,
Yeah, he did
and
that.
so someone, again, I don't think it was Monster who offered or accepted, but someone, on Monster's team wanted a 3v3 or accepted a 3v3 from Rocco or some shit. And
Yeah.
um, so yeah, that was, it was the bloodbath. I'm pretty sure Rocco got a Fury or something. Um, but again, this is Baby Monster.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
besides that,
Funny.
yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, I was
Oh, I
gonna,
was just saying like
yeah.
I was like funny story with like Monster. I think the first time I knew a Monster, it was like funny enough. I was checking like the party invites of like the people that invited me over the years. I kind of like went all the way like back like the early days. I actually for some reason Monster's name came up as like a party invite, and this was like back in like early 2012,
Huh.
and I had no idea who he was, and I kind of I probably could have assumed this was back in the days when he was with like Two Fly. Was that one of his early clans?
Yeah, yeah, I think that was
Yeah,
his
because
That
first
was his
team.
first clan, yeah.
yeah, I think
As far as
I
I
was
know.
like playing up with like a couple players. I think I was playing with people like That's Noob or someone like that, and I think I
Mm-hmm.
probably partied up with
Oh, I
him.
remember that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like early days of yeah, this is like 2012.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
him.
for sure. But yeah, besides that, I know my first clan battle was Yugo Negative versus CAB plus, and that is at least the village match is on YouTube, and I got fucking cooked. I mean, it was my first clan battle ever. I think I went 3-10
Yeah.
or 3-11.
Yeah.
But it was also, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they had a good team. It was Dan the Child, US Adnan, Atif, and I'm pretty sure I remember getting like fucking shotgunned over and over and over. Like I think I was trying to hold top red or whatever, and every time I like tried to foul someone at GAU, I got like shotgun from the side. Like my my team had like no control on the hammer side, and I probably 4 or 5 of my 10, 11 deaths was just shotgun. So that one was bad. Temple was better, but I don't think I did. I was probably like 5-6 or 5-7 or whatever. And but yeah, then what else? Not long after that, I'm trying to think if there was anything kind of in between. Oh yeah, we played the Yugo Negative versus 3S3 a little bit later, and just like a yeah, I was definitely better at that point, but still like basically the I started out in comp basically just trying to like play for KD and I guess be an anchor and whatever positions Favre, Rocco, Alex, or whoever keeper had like told me like these are good positions to hold. These will keep the spawns for your team. This is gonna make it like way easier for your teammates if you just hold this and don't let them have this area. I'm like, okay, that's like very singular objective. I was still just kind of in that phase, so I think I went like 2-0 against 3S3 on the fort. Um, and what else? Yeah, I don't think there was much in between that and the 2011 Resurrection tournament where I got like Tyson, Freddy, and the fucking guys there. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was. I mean, but I remember like again like I would say comfortably even before Reloaded, I played more custom matches than I did public matches. So I mean, like by the time
Yeah.
I was level 50, I had like way more like comp experience than most like level 80s. Um, so yeah, and that was, I mean, like anyway, basically anytime there was a custom lobby, I was like spamming invites to anyone I had, who was in the lobby because I just I my mindset was like I started a year late and I have like so much ground to like make up. So I have to be just playing against pros every game to make up the ground, and
Right.
I guess it
No,
kind of
that's
worked
fair.
in that
Yeah.
sense. Like
Yeah.
within like less than a year, I was pretty comfortable in comp matches because like yeah, that Yugo Negative versus 3S3 was probably maybe 4 months after I played my first game in in Uncharted 2. Um, and then yeah, the Resurrection tournament was 1 year, 12 months after I first played the single player for Uncharted 2 and got on multiplayer. So less than that because it started early December. So not even a year later, I was playing with Tyson Freddy in a tournament.
That's crazy.
That's pretty funny.
Turnaround was super quick.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I would say like the 2012 tournament and playing with Naruto and Alex was like very like a big learning experience, like just like soaking in the fucking IGL and strategy and how they think about everything. And I feel like
Hmm.
that's when I really started to like just get better and better until like finally just kind of stopped playing in 2014. Stopped grinding in 2014.
Yeah.
I just think my team versus G4S is Chrysler, who was good but very rusty. Like he was coming back to the game, and then Sunny A and MDB and Onage. So yeah, those are the matches with Onage,
So,
and then versus
isn't
3S3.
Sunny a,
Yeah, go ahead.
isn't Sunny like a Japanese player?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
yeah,
because I remember like those. I think back in the day, I think like the best like Japanese player were like guys like him. I think I think there was someone called like Chance 387 or something like that.
hmm
There was like Kaz 777 as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm
Um.
I have to shout out the best Japanese player of all time, in my opinion, Mil Benny. I don't know. Have I mentioned him in the podcast yet, random?
Uh,
Or did I?
was he a 2009 player or no?
No. Do you,
Oh,
have I?
I've definitely heard the name. I definitely heard you say the name before, but I don't remember when or where.
Ooh, okay. I just have to. So, Icarus, are you familiar with Mil Benny?
No.
Uh, Okay,
No, that doesn't ring a bell to me.
perfect. So this is I have to have the segment on Mil Benny because if we make a list of like I don't know. Honestly, it could have been a what if thing, but I would say Mil Benny is like probably the best player ever that is like not known like really by anyone. Um,
Hmm.
he was in 20. I guess this was in 2011. Yeah, because he played with us for 3s3. So sometime between the CAB Plus series and 3s3, I ran into this motherfucker in a public match in on Trainwreck, and like Trainwreck's my best map. I mean, even in the screenshots I shared there, I'm pretty sure 3 or 4 of those
Yeah.
are Trainwreck. Um, and so, I'm just playing a pub match, expecting to fucking beat the shit out of whoever, and I have whatever party of at least comp or comp level players that I have, and Mill Benny using just the foul. I remember his strategy, which is so stupid and annoying in retrospect. He he would literally just like run and it's so dumb. And this is probably an exaggeration because I'm like remembering this because this is like 14 years ago at this point. Um, but he was like around tank, basically just going in circles around tank, killing the people spawning on rocks and like the villain side of Deagle and behind the like villain train. He just had a foul and he was two bursting everyone like over and over. And I
What the fuck?
remember I remember thinking like this has to be an alt of someone because he was only like maybe like a level 60 or
Hmm.
like high 50s low 60s, so it's like conceivable that he could be an alt. But it was like immediate like okay, this is one of the like outside of die at that point, I had never seen anyone do that with a foul. Like eventually, like okay, Freddy and Naruto and Wheezy and um, I mean a few others I've seen like regularly two burst. Um, but yeah, he got a rage on me and whoever I was with at the time on Trainwreck. This is like supposed to be my best map. He's not doing anything crazy. He's just kind of like wandering around tank. And there were a number of times where I these like the boxes on Trainwreck that are like as big or bigger than the character model or whatever
Yeah.
the big
Hmm.
boxes. Yeah, so he would shoot. I would shoot him in the back. He would like go behind that and then just climb on top of it and two burst me, and I just couldn't fucking kill him. Like he's not doing it. He's not even corner shooting it. He's just like, oh, just climb right on top so like everyone can see me and I'm just gonna insta kill. Yeah, it pissed me off. So I hated him after that. But I messaged him and asked him. I was like, "Have you ever played comp? Do you want to like play some games with us?" So I dragged him into the series against 3s3, who are like again a really really good team, and this is like probably in their prime. I mean, they took a map off of OMG in the Resurrection tournament. This like
Hmm.
exact roster. In Mill Benny, I mean, we lost both games, but they were basically only close because of him. I'm pretty sure he went like 13-7, 13-8 or something on Temple. And again, motherfucker's not doing anything strategically. He wasn't like holding a position or whatever. He's just we got
Right.
catwalk control. He's running between like top red and top green,
Just
and then to
vibing.
Deagle. Yeah, just running around, basically doing laps from top green to top red to Deagle, back to
It's kind of like a
top green.
pub game.
Yeah, and he was he was kind of cooking, and then on Fort, we slowed it down a ton. Like there was a match where I went 2-0. I think D Barker was on that roster. He went like 4-12 and rage quit. Um, and Mill Benny was 9-2 in that game.
Yeah.
Like he was he was so good, and that's the only series I got to play with him. Um, he ended up playing Uncharted 3 competitively, which I think he was pretty good,
Interesting.
but not like amazing. I mean, but he just played with like a Japanese team, and I don't think there's like a huge, you know, pool of elite Japanese players in the
Yeah.
community. Um, so yeah, I don't think his teams were that good, and but he was a standout for that team as far as I remember. Um, but yeah, I it would be in my heart. He's in my like top 25 players of all time because he's just the most
Right.
impressed I've ever been just running into and someone
A
I have
random
no
guy.
idea. Yeah, just a
Yeah.
random, like the best random I've ever. Well, The
Hey,
second
hey,
best random. The
Nice.
second best random I've ever played
Much better,
against.
much better.
Got you. I got you. Yeah, Mel Benny. If you
Put some respect
watch
on my
this,
name.
we kept in touch for a while. I think he also played Call of Duty. I'm not sure like how competitive he was, but he played a bit of Call of Duty and
Nice.
upload. And he has a YouTube channel, but I think he's only uploaded Uncharted 3 and Call of Duty stuff. But yeah, motherfucker was outplaying 3S3, outplaying Prime Debarker, sure as fuck outplaying me. And I just can't imagine if he really was as dedicated as, like Infamous Titan or
Nah, no shot of that. No shot.
yeah. Anyway, I don't know
Anyway.
how I got on. Oh, we were talking about Japanese players. Yeah.
Shout out Mill Benny.
Mill Benny.
I think there was also another Japanese player that was also good back in the day. I don't know how to say his full name. I think his first part of his name was like Air or something like Air. Um,
Oh. So how do you
I
spell
have to
it?
see it.
Yeah.
it was like AIR Air, and then he had like another name next to it, but I forgot how to pronounce it. It was like Air.
Huh.
Kind of sounds like Vulture, Air Con Vulture. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I have to see it. I probably know it if I saw it.
Yeah.
You know who he played with a lot, or no?
No, I don't think I've ever like went up against
Okay.
those players.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah.
I remember they were always laggy as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was like crazy lag.
Yeah.
But I mean, fair being that far across the world.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were usually playing at like fucking 2 or 3 in the morning my time,
Yeah.
so like 5 a.m. East Coast or something.
I mean, I think weirdly enough, I feel like I should have played more against like the Japanese player base because like
Yeah.
the Japan time zone is only like a few hours
Mm-hmm.
behind or ahead of Australia time, so it's not that far apart.
Yeah, I mean, again, I also just think there wasn't a huge player base for Japan. Like obviously there are some notable players like we mentioned, like especially like Kaz and Mill Benny. But yeah, I mean, I would be surprised if there were more than like a few hundred people who played in from Japan competitively or at a high level. But yeah,
I sent a screenshot of a scorecard in the voice channel chat room. I'm curious if Icarus, if you remember anything about the match.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah. Yeah, this it's actually kind of crazy how I pied it up with like triple in the first place because I feel like back in the day.
So you were in their party?
Yeah, I was in their party. I was
nice.
Like bio and bio and like die for like a game, like mostly like bio triple and like Rorschach Rising like pops together like on that night.
Yeah.
And I think this and. I still don't know how on earth I joined because I remember back in the day when I was like trying to pipe up with like, all these competitive players. Every time like all these like people that like want to add them and then their friend list, they always want to like pipe up with them and like all these like good positive members and I'm sure other players they would always like kick them out. You know, they want to like join and pipe up with it, but they always like kick them out, and wait for like, other good players. And for some reason, I didn't get kicked out.
Hell yeah!
I don't know, I just like pied up with them, and I was doing really badly, honestly, on that night. I remember I was like going like 7-13 in like a village game, and they didn't really seem to like care or mind.
Interesting.
Because it was just pub stomping, and
yeah.
And then I think my memories of this match was like that. I think at the start of the match, I feel like I think. I feel like this is something that I should have done more because I feel like because my usual setup and like most people back in the day was like AK-47 down the irons fleet foot, and I think one of my kills against Zenon was like because I have like a really bad tendency to like try to use my AK and like try to put like a full clip on something like across the map when I feel like I should be like using like
pistol.
No, not the pistol, but like what's that technique where people like just put like a few bullets on?
Oh, just
like
burst fire. Yeah.
Yeah,
Burst
burst firing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this was like one of the few games where I actually killed someone across the map, like I killed Zenon across the map, just burst firing
Yeah.
like that. I usually never
Nice.
do that before, and
Right.
my memories of that game was that I was basically killing Zenon like the entire time. I'm pretty sure I went to that cinema and looked at it, and I think and I'm pretty sure I gave it an unlucky that
Oh shit.
game. Yeah, so.
Nice.
Yeah, because I remember in the past, Zenon was like someone I came across in like pubs, and he was like always like pub stomping, like beating me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is like a funny get back. Like I was shocked I didn't go like negative in that game, honestly. So it
Yeah.
was just funny, just me killing Zenon like the entire time.
Average player,
In
my
that map.
ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. So I think my only other memories was I think early on, I think Triple was going to like the hammer, and then I think Mario was like at the shotgun side. I think like Mario was like gonna flank Triple, but then he got like his head snapped by like that random um Devlin from behind. And I think I remember Triple was like, "Hey, Devlin, nice." And then I think there was, and then and then I think later on, I think remember on the mic Triple had like a gunfight against Zenon, and I think he got fouled. He got killed by him with like a foul, and I remember Triple called him like a fucking lagger or something like that. So
Sounds
yeah, so
accurate.
yeah, I think everyone has that reputation. Well, everyone kind of had that negative stereotype. Like a lot of these like Mexican players are like all
Yeah.
laggers and
Yeah.
such like that. But yeah, so my memories was just like me just giving Zenon like unlucky, like killing like 4 or 5 times that game. So
Oh
that
yeah.
was kind of crazy. So yeah,
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Gotta put that match on the fucking Patreon, random.
Yeah, I know I have to. I just gotta fucking turn on my computer and download it again. It has
Okay,
music to
good.
it, so.
yeah. I still have the video, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
this was played back in June 2011, basically.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting. That's like right around
yeah.
the first Big Two crew, I think. I think like a month
Right,
before.
yeah, like a month before. So yeah, this was probably like a week before. This is like a week before I think we get positive played like pure, I think. Because I think they played like right before the Uncharted 3 beta happened
Interesting.
around that time. Yeah.
Huh.
So
What's funny is that Rorschach is actually back on Reloaded. I haven't seen him play myself, but he's playing on a different account.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember him. I think he might have like linked me like way back on him like pub stomping. I think it's on YouTube still maybe, but there's a video of him just pub stomping against like my buddies like AZBZ and Joey in like a Fort game. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we get him on the pod.
Yeah, right? That'd be
Rorschach.
cool. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that screenshot is like wow, that's like an actual gold archive.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good match. That's a good match.
Hell
Mario
yeah,
popped
man.
off. It was probably the best match Mario's like had on like on record, like it was on YouTube or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
That and the other one he played against Good Positive, but yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah. The last thing that I have in my notes, really the only other thing here, was wanting to talk. This isn't like directly like aimed towards you, um, Icarus, but just as like a kind of a jumping point for a conversation. I have to talk about some classic rivalries and or beefs in Uncharted history. I think I want to lead it off with this since I am realizing I didn't even mention this when we were talking about the like favorite YouTube channels or whatever for Uncharted stuff. Funny enough, early on, I would say like the biggest the video I would always go back to, funny enough, is the I'm Me 21 verse fans. Because it was just that's like the closest that we have to like what we want to do with like the OG archives of like there's so many
Yeah.
different like players
Yeah.
and teams that he played against and with like he's playing
Uh-huh.
with Mokasito, Maku, Tysmac, he's playing against Dai, Triple, Pedus, Fab, like holy shit, like
Like just the OG like 2010 versions of them too. It's like really old. Kind of crazy.
hmm yeah. So yeah, shout out IME21 for classic content. Um but
Let's get him on the pod.
hell
He
yeah,
was
bro.
still
Yeah.
uploading on YouTube not that long ago, like a couple years ago.
Oh
I
my
wonder if you could
god.
comment and message him.
Bro, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
Do
um,
it, man. What do we got to lose?
oh my god. But yeah, I would say actually I don't know if this is true, but like one of the biggest and
Wait,
most iconic for me.
I wonder if Chrysler still talks to him. Low key. Anyway, sorry. Go
Ooh.
ahead.
But I think the most like entertaining beef for me was always the I me and Triple Wreck. Um,
That was definitely
primarily
a good
going
one.
back and forth. Like
Yeah.
I me kind of had it out with like everyone who wasn't. Uh,
Yeah. It
yeah,
wasn't wheels.
yeah. But yeah, particularly just the audacity of like a pub team to shit talk get positive is so funny.
Yeah. My favorite beef was probably Get Positive and Gods, or I Am the Comedic Genius. There's
Oh
just
my god.
Oh
so
my god.
much,
Yeah.
just so much
That.
fucking
Yeah.
drama there, dude.
Yeah. That was insane.
A lot of those comments are still on YouTube. You can go back and see. I'm bummed that like Triple privated the 4 episodes that he made of them exposing comedic genius as gods, because like there was
hmm
just like that was like the FBI podcast before the FBI podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Like there was so much fucking investigative work, fucking comparing this account, comparing that account, and, it was crazy, man. I would love to go back and rewatch that
That's fucking
shit.
hilarious.
Um. I think I think favorite bay for me. I mean, it's kind of like a generic answer, but like anything with like Fab, probably like
Yeah.
Fab versus Bio, because I think
hmm
from what I remember, they used to be like actually friends. I think they used to play together on game battles back in the day. I
hmm
Interesting.
believe. Yeah, there's because I linked you guys like a couple of like old game battle Uncharted 2 videos recently, and there was another one from that channel, and it was also like I think there was like a plunder game, and I think that like they had like a plunder game on Temple, and I think Fab was in it, and it was like pub stomping them
Huh,
hmm
back in the day. So
interesting.
I think most people like Fab has like kind of like camping reputation, but I think prior to that he was actually like a game battles player, if I
Interesting.
recall. Which yeah,
I didn't know
kind
that.
of
It makes
people kind
sense
of
though.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the beef started because they kind of had like a falling out,
Yeah.
and
Fab
yeah, and
Fab
then
was friends with a lot of people and then eventually turned enemy for sure.
yeah, I think one of my favorite ones. I think like I guess like the well, not just Bio and Triple and all that, but like basically like the whole community. It was like this was back when it was like the TC versus UB beef period. I think that was like that was pretty heated. I think there was like I still remember this funny video where like it was on like TC's like YouTube channel if I remember back in the day, and there was like a video where like Fab was like recording himself like it was like a with like a mobile on like this like you can see his TV set up and all that. It was like
hmm
Hmm.
it was like this clip of like him in like a facility or something. And I think I don't know why I still remember this, but like the funniest thing about that video was like in the middle of him like talking in that video, for some reason he was like showing to like the camera like pills for some reason. And then like there was like the YouTube, and I remember there's like a YouTube comments is um those pills because like Fab has like schizophrenia or something like that.
oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
god.
Any
Yeah,
kind of Fab beef was amazing.
yeah. So like I feel like it was almost like a funny self exposure. Like why was like Fab showing like pills
hmm
of himself? Like why was he showing himself like on medication or some shit like that?
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was like the classic like funny like the drama shit back in the day that I remember.
Mario and Fab was a pretty good one. Funny enough, like you said about Fab and Bio, Mario and Fab also were on a team. It was called FM, which stood
Oh
for
yeah,
Fat
it was
Mario,
oh
and also they called
was
it Family Matters, I think too. I think it
I
was
thought it
like
was
a
called
mix of both.
Fatal. I thought it was called like Fatal Mistake or something like that.
I don't think so. I'm fairly confident it was Fab Mario slash Family Matters, but I could be wrong. Or maybe it was Fatal Mistake instead of. But I
Oh,
definitely know that they also joked about it being Fab Mario as well.
okay.
And then I think they may have like changed it to For Show or something like that. And then I
Yeah,
think
I
they
rem
had
yeah,
yeah. Then I think they had
yeah.
beef, and then that broke up, and then Mario made PWA. That was like a long time ago in 2010, like early 2010 probably, but. That was a good one too.
That was kind of annoying because I think they like because most of these like videos are like delayed nowadays, and you brought up Mario. I remember there was like a video where Mario uploaded of him being Fab in like a 1v1, and apparently he was using negatives in that 1v1.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I
Yeah,
totally believe that.
yeah. And then I still remember that video because I actually wanted I wish I could archive that video because Mario was also had like within that video he also kept screenshots of like the Naughty Dog match history of like customs of like other matches.
Okay.
And yeah, there was because there was during that video I remember there was like match history screenshots of like Fab, Die, Lock, and Nitro against like Naruto and like Mara in like Temple and
Huh.
Plaza as well. And I think I messaged Thugs recently about I screenshotted to you recently, Fugs, about Fab and Naruto in like a match at Plaza, and that was like, and that match was moving. That was the screenshot within that video. So those were like the sort of videos I wish I could have archived back in the day because they actually had some
Yeah.
screenshots of those
Yeah,
players,
there's so many good videos that just aren't around anymore for whatever
and I,
reason.
and I
Sucks.
remember in that video with like Dai went like 14-2 in a temple match against like Naruto and
Damn.
Mara, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could have like still have that screenshot, but like now it's deleted now because
Yeah. Shit sucks.
it's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, to pivot, I mean, this is kind of under the category of both a beef and a rivalry, I think. But I feel like the Pure and OMG back and forth was pretty peak as well for a little bit
Yeah.
later on.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just the kind of getting their ass whipped in the first tournament, and then and then to come back and do what they did. The ordinary male gamers title. It's so
Yeah. Yeah.
stupid.
I
Fucking
still want to know
ass.
why Naruto didn't play in the first Big Two Crew tournament
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
have no
because
idea.
because you guys keep referencing like it would have been so much better if they didn't have like lefties. I was like thinking like, well, I wish imagine Naruto would replace lefties in that pure lineup. That
Hmm.
Yeah.
was
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah. That would have been. I mean, I'm trying to. I mean, I don't know how differently it would have gone in the first tournament, just because it was like such a beatdown and the circumstances were like really weird. Like the matches were extremely laggy, like unplayable, and like Alex lagged out. And then I think the rules were that um, you had to continue the match without
restart
that
the match without.
player. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, I forget exactly what happened because I'm pretty sure Random we talked about this in I think we talked about this in the first or second episode of the podcast, and I think I got it like slightly wrong, the order of events or what happened, or I think it was OMG actually who were like grenading themselves all
Yeah.
game because I want to say it was they started the
oh, I
match, but
remember now.
but Alex was in the lobby and it was supposed to be like the continue 4v5,
Yeah,
but Pure were
Okay.
like
I,
Okay.
that's
yeah,
fucking
I
stupid.
remember. Here's the funny thing. I remember this because this was posted on the Naughty Dog forums as
Mm-hmm.
well. Because I think there was a video of Alex. He uploaded like a screenshot of them being OMG like 50 to 27,
Yeah.
and they thought that was like the actual match, but then it didn't count because they were supposed to start that match without Alex. And I
Yeah.
think Kerry in YouTube comments was like saying that that match didn't count because we weren't really trying. We were like grenading ourselves and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So. Yeah, so it was just like
Yeah.
a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Those comments are still on YouTube. I just read them the other day.
And again, if you watch like I think the match. I mean, we'll watch it when we get to the semifinals of the Big Tuker thing. But the match was so fucking laggy of OMG versus
The village one was
Village one.
really laggy. I
Yeah,
remember.
everyone was like skipping and shotgunning, and it was
Oh,
like, what
God.
the fuck is this? Yeah, that's gonna be like you understand both sides. Like OMG, like the rules are like dumb in my opinion. Although like, I mean, I guess it does pretty heavily punish people for connection issues, but it was also like you can see why Alex was like, this is not
Yeah.
playable like this.
Uh-huh.
Or
Mm.
I look forward to
I
that.
think my memories back then were like I had like issues with some of the rules. Like I didn't understand why they allowed Rocket Man and Launch Man in that tournament. I thought that was kind of silly.
Mhm.
And then I think and for some reason I had no idea why Lost City was supposed to be like one of the main rotations. I thought that
Yeah.
was kind of silly. Like
Yeah,
I
they
never,
didn't have Plaza or Trainwreck in that tournament.
Crazy.
like because back in the day, like all the clan battles was always like Temple, Village, Plaza, Trainwreck, maybe sometimes Ford, and then like Lost City. It was so bizarre and
Yeah, nobody played that map.
didn't really
Mhm.
make sense to me. So I think at least I fixed that up in the second tournament. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, second tournament they threw in, Plaza Sanctuary, Trainwreck. I want to say Lost City was still in it, but obviously, you know, not
Didn't
just,
yeah.
not just like
At
I mean,
least fucking Fort wasn't in there, or was it?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Thank God.
Yours truly brought it into the tournaments.
I
I will
hate you.
always I will always have like a low key grudge against Thugs for making Ice Cave the final map play with TDT and OMG. Like I thought I think at around that time when that like the final series happened, I was kind of like bitter that like that TDT one because I was feeling like I still felt in my mind like OMG was like a way better team because because they dominated on like on like the main maps like Temple, Village,
Mhm.
and Plaza and all that, and like they won on like the lesser known maps. So
Yeah.
that's like a what if for me. Like what if like map 7 was like a lost city or like a different map, like
Mhm.
not Ice Cave
Like
because
Temple
Ice
again
Cave,
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I might
yeah.
have
So
said this before, but yeah, I mean, there's not that that many great maps, so it was either like Ice Cave, Lost City, or I'm not. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's it.
why not Facility
That
or
is it. Yeah.
But they didn't all have the DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could have did
any
Temple again. Fuck it.
but anything but Ice Cave. I'm like
But yeah,
so
I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but literally I chose it because basically it was part of the rotation. I think I had like every map was allowed in the games, and I
yeah.
think the way it was done, if I remember correctly, it was like one team chooses map 1, the other chooses map 2, and then the rest of the series is like a set rotation thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't want like to put Ice Cave in really any of the series because I didn't think it was a great
Oh
one.
my
So I'm like,
god.
okay, well, Grand Finals is best of 7. What are the odds it goes 3-3? And then so I'm like, it's not going to go to Game 7. So like Ice Cave, I can say, hey,
You
I
Oh
put
my.
it in
fucking
rotation.
guy.
So Fugs. So it was like Fugs Giga Brain was the reason that Uncharted 2 history changed. Like what? Like.
Yeah, it's valid.
TDT might not never be like had like a dominant legacy if Ice Cave wasn't a big in Game 7.
That's
Like what
kind
if
of
like
crazy to think about. It's kind of crazy to
Yeah.
think
You know
about.
what I mean? Like, if OMG won Game 7, like, I'm not sure what TDT will become after that. So,
Yeah.
that's like, it's a funny what if, like, like the
Yeah,
implications.
yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for game 7 of this last tournament, we should have chose Ice Skate. Fuck, missed
Hmm.
opportunity.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Truly bring it full circle.
Yeah. In TDT's defense, like they had never played a competitive match on Ice Cave either, so
Yeah, yeah. No, that's
it,
definitely true.
it was
The,
very
the,
much like a
the,
coin toss. Like, all right,
Yeah.
the only
everyone's
win, the only
improvising.
win I kind of the only win I kind of respected from them was their train wreck win. I would say,
Mhm.
and maybe Sanctuary to a lesser extent, because UB picked that as their map in the second Big
Yeah.
2-3 final.
Yeah, I mean OMG did really well, and like they played SOG in the grand finals on Sanctuary in the first tournament, then they played UB in the grand finals and
Yeah.
Final Redemption, so that definitely was like seemed like a really strong map for them. I mean, Fort too. Like they've definitely played Fort before. They played it in the Resurrection tournament and stomped FT in that game, and so yeah, yeah.
that was like on hindsight, it's like a very like it's like a generational like kind of like for one to the next like
Yeah.
type of matchup.
Yeah, I would definitely say that like that was the end of one era and the beginning of another, for sure.
Yeah, because in my mind I was like thinking like if like TDT like barely beat OMG when they weren't even active playing anymore at that point, and and then it wasn't even they didn't even have like spell game
Yeah,
in
and they
the
had
best
Leon
lineup.
Bravo instead of
Yeah.
Spell Game, right? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Sergio wasn't even using like a silent skin throughout the whole series.
Mhm.
So I was like thinking, it was like that was kind of like from it felt like a generational matchup where I was kind of feeling like in my mind like OMG is like the better team for me in my mind, just what it needed for TDT to beat OMG, I would say.
Mhm.
But that's kind of like a lot of sports debates when you go from one you
Yeah.
compare a past era to like a present era. So again, I'm going back to the sports analogy. That's how a lot of my mindset
Yeah.
was.
That's totally fair.
Going back.
Totally fair.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Like weirdly, I think like being active at the time, I would say I think Spal game being out is more of a factor than Rust. Because I maintain that like OMG at that time had practiced like way more than any like other old teams coming back. Like they practiced more than Ox had leading up, and practiced more than
Easy W.
yeah. Yeah. Um, I would say like pro, probably not more than pro, especially going into the second tournament. Like the first tournament,
Yeah.
pro. I would say that's very comparable. Like pro going into the summer finale tournament when they took a map off of TDT. As far as like the amount of like practice and warm up they got, like a good like month and a half of like pretty regular playing. Like OMG was doing the same thing, and OMG were like taking it seriously because this was also, I want to say, the first tournament with a prize pool. Um, it wasn't much. I think it was like $100 or whatever for first place. But
So, yeah.
yeah, they were playing like they played us in the. I mean, that they had obviously played like 3 rounds leading up to that finals, and they played the series versus 5 Star UT to warm up, and yeah, like leading up to it, they were pretty frequently like trying to get like 5v5s to get back to it. So I would say they were something like a 90% there, but I think the Spal game being there um, is like as much or a bigger variable than just Rust, because I think
Yeah,
they were pretty locked in.
I think that's fair.
Didn't there was another tournament after that? It was like part of like the Frag Nation.
Frag
Was
Nation,
it called
yeah.
was it like Throwback Tournament or something like that?
Yep.
Called?
Yep.
Yeah, I think OMG also entered that in. I think didn't they make it to like the semis or something like that?
Yeah, something happened with them
I,
against UPG. I think I would have to double check with Monster.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I think they kept having like connection issues and lagged down and kind of like lost as a result. So it was kind of
Yeah, it was
unfortunate.
like a forfeit, or at least like kind of like pseudo forfeit situation.
Yeah,
Imagine a TDT OMG rematch. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
yeah. I want. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see that.
Yes, sir.
I think Fugs meant. I think Fugs like gave like a few ideas when we prior leading up to this. I think he was like mentioning we could do something like the ultimate toxic scumbag team, ultimate candy team, or like a dream team or something like that. So we could do like something like that. I don't know.
Do you guys want to like fucking off the top come up with some of this shit?
Sure, yeah, fuck it.
Which one? Which one? Toxic team, candy team, or dream team? Which one?
Let's start
You wanna
with
pick?
Any.
let's start with the ultimate toxic team, and we can like kind of contribute. Fab, and I, me have to
Okay.
be on it, right?
Yeah, Fab and I may have to
Yeah.
be on
I
it.
think I think for me, I want to do like Fab, I, me,
Mhm.
Bioshock,
Sure.
Yep.
Cisco Jad, and Balloon.
Wait, who's the second to last one? Oh,
Uh,
no,
Oh,
Kojad?
Kojad.
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 Kojad, yeah,
Yeah.
Kojad,
Yeah, Kojad.
Kojad and Balloon.
Really?
I think that's a very, very fair list. A very fair list.
Think of
Especially
this.
what you said about Balloon in the previous podcast, like how it was like.
Fuck
I
Balloon.
yeah,
I think you could definitely. I think you could definitely argue. Honorable mention
S-
Army Life for
Wait,
sure.
no. Oh, sorry, I got one. I'm gonna. I mean, Army Life's a funny one. I'm gonna. I might sneak in a sea story in here.
Yeah, definitely a different kind of toxic than the
Yeah,
others. It's
yeah.
more
Not
like
a
passive
personality, an
aggressive, manipulative.
integrity.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, has has less balls to say it to your face. Fucking little pussy. But yeah, definitely equally as toxic in a different way for sure.
Wait,
Um,
Fab, I, me, Kojad, Seastry. Who was the fifth? Like besides Baloo,
um,
there was one other.
bio,
Bio.
bio.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I said Balloon.
Bye. That's crazy.
Army
What's
Life's a good one. You remember Al Capone? You remember that dude? He used to talk so much shit. He and Army Life would beef all the time.
oh,
Um,
interesting. I know of him, but I didn't know he was shit talker at all.
Interesting. Okay. Mostly a pub guy. I think he played with like J Hood a lot. J Hood and
Hmm.
um somebody else. I forget.
Gotcha. Okay. Here, let me see if I can bring up. Unless we wanna. Fuck. What? I sent you a bunch of ideas. I know. Ultimate, ultimate pub stopping legend 10. Um,
Facts.
Jesus. What? Fuck
The
it.
camping team, right?
Yeah, the ultimate. It's basically TC. If you think about it.
Remember T2GL?
I
Oh
remember
yeah,
the clan tag.
I remember. I actually know some of those guys. Some of them were post some in the Naughty Dog forums back in the day because I think one of them
Yeah,
was
I
called
believe that.
Evil Dead.
Yeah,
So,
Evil Dead, yeah.
yeah. Um,
I remember when Get Positive won the Big Two Crew tournament, fucking Die shouted out Evil Dead for not making it to the finals.
it's just for some funny backstory. Prior to that tournament, this is kind of crazy to say, but a lot of people, or there was some like hype and talk that T2GL were considered like favorites to win that tournament.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Only because back then they sorted out the scenes through like the combined um, KDs, and I think T2GL was like probably had like the highest combined
Hmm.
like on average
Interesting.
KD
Yeah.
with Uncharted 3, but like they were the ultimate like
They
Uncharted
were the
3
biggest
like
campers. Like they
yeah they
camped.
were like they
Especially in
camped.
Uncharted 2.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It was
on Uncharted
ridiculous.
3 in particular, they would just camp non-stop in like a top at Desert Village with like ping and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
yeah,
remember. I remember in Uncharted 2 on Sanctuary, I ran into a party of five. I ran into their party of five, and I think it was just like maybe me and one other dude, maybe tops. And again, it was on Sanctuary. They had they had one person on top of each of the four bell towers, and the fifth guy was in shotgun room.
Oh my
So
god.
the whole game, they never fucking came down. Like, if somebody would die, they would just, go back up and just have one person on each fucking bell tower. It was crazy. I was like, who the fuck does this?
Jesus.
Honestly,
Yeah.
nowadays that's a legit good strat. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I'd definitely be curious to see how it would go.
Do you remember the other T2GL members?
I don't. I was just trying to think of it to tell you the truth. Was
What
was Silkstroy part of that clan, or was he
I
in
don't
a
remember.
different clan?
Oh no.
I'm sure you could find like Uncharted 3 matches of them on
Wa-
YouTube,
wa-
but I
Was
can't think
CD
of any off the
Waver
top of my head.
was CD Waver part of
Uh,
them?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know if CD Waver ever like, at least I don't remember him at least ever like being in a
I
clan
remember.
like or any kind of
Yeah,
serious one.
Hmm.
I remember him because I see him quite a bit in the Naughty Dog
Yeah, I
forums.
was friends with him too. Yeah, he was a cool dude.
Hmm.
Him and Near Rivers.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking up an Uncharted 3 match here. There's for T2GL Golf Nut 1414, Thugonomics, Meow Molly, I Drop Dead, Ghost
Thugonomics. Yeah,
Joseph.
Oh,
yeah,
wasn't there someone called Jumpman got skills? Is that one of it?
yeah, yeah. Jumpman got skills. I remember that. Yep,
Oh.
yep, yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah, they have a match in the Big Two Crew tournament.
Yeah,
Is that what you're looking at, Thugs?
yeah.
Nice.
AC Theo
Uncharted 3,
123.
Miami Mob versus T2GL.
Fleetfoot Pro.
Oh God.
I actually. Oh my god, I remember another context with the Die Evil Dead story because I remember back then I think Fab might have uploaded a video of like triple Die Eugenides against T2GL Desert Village. I don't know how Fab got that, and it was like T2GL was like camping their asses off at
Hmm.
the top of Desert Village, and I think from the YouTube comments I remember, I think like afterwards like Die was messaging to like Evil Dead. It was like, wow, I never knew you were caping your asses off like that. And I think that's kind of like the beef start between Die and Evil Dead, leading up to that.
Yeah, sorry, I just posted in the like chat room for this. CD waiver was with T2GL.
Oh,
Yeah,
was he? Oh shit. I had no idea.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Cool, dude.
Yeah,
So
cool dude.
the real, I guess, to finish, do you guys want to do like an off the cuff, our like dream team for Uncharted 2?
Okay.
Oh God. That might be
do,
impossible, bro.
do you want me
Pick
to
five.
start?
Uh,
I guess
sure.
I could. Okay, well,
It
you can
don't
start.
matter. It don't matter. I don't care.
Go ahead, Icarus.
Geez, my dream team. I'm actually gonna borrow like the terms you use when you send me like that photo, like when you're categorizing players.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I think my lineup would probably be like I don't know, like triple jack of all trades, power weapon slayer type of role, kind of like
Mm-hmm.
communicator, leader, strategist, kind of
Yes.
like similar to like Random's role in the recent Reloaded tournament. Kind of like the glue,
Mm-hmm.
or the coordinator. My second player would be like Die,
Mm-hmm.
jack of all trades. He's also capable of being like an anchor because he's like one of the best foul users of all time as
Mm-hmm.
well
Yeah.
if needed. Then I'll have Sergio as the power weapon slayer. Like him and Triple can like
Ooh.
control like the power weapons,
Mm-hmm.
I would say. And then I think my remaining two slots would probably be more players with like mechanical skill, gun skills. So I'll probably have like Naruto for like positional slayer, another
Mm-hmm.
potential anchor as well because he's also like one of the best foul users ever as well. So as crazy as it sounds, like both Dai and Naruto in like a slow down game, they can be like a real lethal anchor.
Mm-hmm.
Like having like two awesome foul users in the same team is actually kind of cracked. Now you think about it, because you know how in like a 4v4 setting, you guys usually like refer to like Wheezy as like the anchor. Like imagine having two in a 5v5 setting. So I have Naruto as like positional slayer, potential anchor, and then I think my fifth player, I think I would want another positional slayer or like someone with another like mechanical skill. So I would actually want to go with someone like CJ 12337, like him and Naruto. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. So that would probably be my lineup: Triple, Dai, Sergio, Naruto, and CJ as my dream team.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I respect that.
Okay. Yeah, I think for mine, I'll steal Dai, Triple, and Naruto.
Wow.
Yeah.
Triple. Wow. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So basically, my thinking is that like Dai and Triple obviously already have the chemistry, and like Triple's like maybe the best like strategist IGL kind of player.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think like not only from like a play style, but again strategically being able to like adapt to or counter like whatever the other team is gonna throw at it, because he's just a fucking gamer. Like he's not just like an Uncharted 2 guy. Like competitive in Destiny, he was a good kill zone player. Like Uncharted, like he just has
Yeah.
the mind to
Playing Counter Strike. He was
yeah
playing Counter Strike before Uncharted. Yeah.
yeah. He's just a competitor. Like yeah and So yeah, Dai, Triple, and then Naruto, and then my last. So like, if we were doing 4v4, my fourth is gonna be Monster, I think.
Yep.
And if we're going 5v5, then I'm gonna throw in his duo Glock. So like the Dai Triple duo, the Monster and Glock duo, and then just Naruto to can basically do whatever. The crazy thing is like
Yeah.
Triple, Dai, Naruto, and Monster can all basically do. Actually,
Anything.
Glock too. Like fuck it, all of
Yeah.
them can do it all. They're all like jack of all trades. Like
Yeah.
Kind of funny you mentioned Glock, because I referenced Sid Tronga earlier in this podcast earlier today. I actually asked him like who was like the I asked him who's like the best player he came up against, and he mentioned Glock. He said Glock was like the best. So shout out to him.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
What you got, Ray?
I will also steal Naruto and Dai
Ooh.
and Monster.
Okay.
And then I'll probably go with
Yourself?
yeah, me and then
MVP?
me. No. I'll probably go with Bosna and Wheezy.
Interesting.
Nice.
Wait, Monster, Dai. That would be very
Naruto,
interesting.
Bosna,
Yeah,
Wheezy.
yeah. Okay. I was thinking for a minute. I was trying to think of like what would be the best like Spanish speaking, because you could definitely include some other players that like I know all of OMG does speak English, but I'm pretty sure they call out in Spanish, so I think
Yeah.
they're more comfortable with that. So I'm trying to think like you could have a Spanish speaking like Spanish comms with Dai, Sergio, Bosna, and like honestly two other people, whether it's two other OMG guys or someone
Yeah.
from Fox or
Yeah.
whatever.
Chrysler, maybe.
Yeah. I mean
I think
Sergio.
Naruto spoke Spanish. Yeah.
Did
Pretty
he?
sure. Pretty sure.
Interesting.
I know he was Mexican, to some capacity, like heritage, if not, nationality.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can imagine the slang trio: Sergio, Dai, and Bosna.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It'd be pretty wild. Honestly, if we're doing the OBJ modes, I might slide in a Mario Madness
Interesting.
with some good
I
other
hot take. I respect that. I respect that.
yeah.
I would agree. I would agree. Yeah. Yeah, Mario would fucking pop off in OBJ, man. It's crazy to
Mm-hmm.
think about. Pop the fuck
Yeah.
off.
Especially imagine him with teammates like fucking Monster, Naruto, Triple Die.
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good point.
Well, shit. I guess that's it then. We can wrap up. It has been a pleasure. I
Yeah,
will
man.
just go through some of these just to remind everyone. Uncharted Reloaded, Uncharted 2 and 3 back on PlayStation 3 and PC. Find the link in the description and join that. Check out the Patreon. There's a bunch of stuff going on there. If it is not December 1st, wait until December 1st. We will get you. There will be like some holiday discount thing or whatever. Or if you want to just give us more money, then you could just sign up before that. But there's a bunch of stuff going on there. Like I'm
Give us the money.
gonna put some OG screenshot archives together. We're gonna do like Naughty Dog style stat cards for players. Um, More watch parties for tournament stuff, and you know, I say this every goddamn time. There's like a dozen other things. Just go there, just read whatever the benefits are. And if any of that stuff sounds cool, interesting to you, then you can get it for like 50 cents. You can get the majority of the content there for like 50 cents. I think there's also like a free week trial thing if there's just like a particular post that you want to be able to see or watch or listen to or whatever. Then you can just do a free week and cancel if you don't want to stay tuned in with the Patreon stuff and whatever. But anyway, thank you, my co-host RaNdiM, as always, for being here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Wouldn't miss it.
yes, sir, and our guest, the one and only historian, Icarus Prime.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Great talking to you again. Been a while.
Yeah, you too.
Yes, sir. Thanks for being here.